I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano, Josh Reese, and Aaron Rosa.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We're apologizing. Well, look, I mean,
We're all mad at Aaron. I never offered a movie on this podcast that ended up sucking
Fuck.
very recently.
Andrew.
What the fuck did we just watch? I have no idea.
it was a Christmas movie, apparently.
Is it a Christmas movie?
And
I don't really know.
You know, sometimes the show's better when we watch a bad movie.
I think Die Hard's a better, like more of a Christmas movie than this.
I guess. Look at that movie poster.
The movie poster has so much promise.
It does.
When you look at this and you're like, this looks amazing.
The premise has so much promise.
You
but
told
like-
me Walton Goggins is going to hunt Mel Gibson as Santa Claus.
That's
I went,
right.
Yes.
Fuck
For the
yes.
last 10 minutes of
For
the
about
movie.
10 minutes of this movie,
Yes.
he kind of hunts him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is why it wasn't a big hit after all. You know, I remember when this movie came out, like me and my friends were like, oh, we got to watch this. And we never got to it. And then finally Aaron was like, well, we can finally see this. And we were all excited about it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't live up to its promise. We should have seen this coming. You know, the reviews were not good. Not good.
Listen, Violent Night did it correct. Violent Night was amazing.
Violent Night is awesome. We did that last year.
Yes.
And if you want a fun movie where Santa kills
It's
people.
a rated R Santa. That's great. This
That's
was a
the
rated R
one.
Santa for no reason.
Right.
Right, yeah. Like, that's the one to watch. Go check out Violent Night for sure. Anything else? Okay, all right.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so we're going to review that movie in full detail. We got some news and rumors to cover, but first we have to thank some new patrons on the Hollywood Hogwash Patreon. Thank you to Oliver Sloboda
Okay.
and Jason Big Daddy Hacks Bass.
Oh, does he
Yes.
hack stuff? As
No, I think that's reference to his balls.
boom.
Big Daddy Hacks Bass. Yeah, I saw photos. So
Oh.
go to
wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go to patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We are currently going through the great season 1 of Gen V. Oh my god. If you like The Boys and you've been like, I don't know about watching more, spin-offs or anything like that, don't
Dive
hesitate.
in. Dive in.
Dive right in because it's awesome.
If you were
Yum.
ever going to watch a spinoff, make it this one.
We're 2 episodes in so far, and man, it's been really good, just like The Boys.
Yeah.
Very excited. Josh still has a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, but I'm excited.
You should be. You should be. So yeah, go to patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash, sign up. We also have brackets. We did a best TV intro bracket that's up there for you to check out, as well as a bunch of other TV shows that we've done, including Invincible, which is currently on hiatus, and that's why we're doing Gen V for now. But there you go. All right, let's get to the news and rumors, aka the Hollywood Hogwash. So Ryan Reynolds posted some fake spoilers for Deadpool 3. This comes after Reynolds was publicly asking fans to stop posting real leaks because it seems like, now that they're filming again, we're getting more info like, oh, this person's in it, this. And I guess let's not do it anymore, for people that don't want to know. But I saw another one where it's like, oh, that's really cool,
Wait.
real one?
Wait. So the Predator,
Supposedly,
the
yeah.
Predator is not going to be in this movie?
No, yeah, it's funny. I have them saved here. Like he shared, here's Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman with Predator.
Yeah.
And then here he is with Mickey Mouse and Deadpool's walking away with a bag of money.
That actually seems like it could be in the movie.
That's awesome.
It really could be in the movie.
Yeah.
And then here we have Steve Urkel, just
It's well photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's kind of just there, yeah.
I mean, knowing the Deadpool movies, wouldn't it be amazing if these were all swerves? These are all really in the movie.
I mean, the Mickey Mouse thing would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would really be amazing. And then he shoots Mickey. They would never allow that.
That would
but I
be
can see them
hilarious.
allowing him just accepting a bag of money
away
from
with the cash.
Mickey Mouse. So yeah, he's pleading with fans like, please stop. This movie's gonna be special. We don't want to ruin it for everyone.
Really, it's not the fans. It's all these sites that like.
Well, it's the same thing. They're
Well,
all fans. in the
fair-
end.
Are you
Fair
seeing
enough.
these on like Instagram, or are you like
Twitter?
Twitter? A lot of Twitter.
Twitter, Instagram.
Stay off the Twitter. I haven't seen anything.
I've seen it on both. I mean, but it's just I look up news for this podcast,
Right, and then it pops up.
So that's it's of course it's gonna pop up.
It's tough because all these shits think they're Adam Schefter, and they've just they've got to break the leak so they can be the one that broke it.
But like, are they sneaking on set, or are they like a PA for the day and snapping photos?
Well, I mean, how
guess.
did these set photos come out of like them fighting? I mean, there's plenty of people on set. So
Anybody with a
someone's-
drone is a reporter now.
Well,
exactly.
yeah.
And then Mahershala Ali told Entertainment Weekly that he's feeling really encouraged about Blade after nearly exiting the film. A few shows ago, we mentioned that they hired the writer from Logan to write this film, so that's definitely promising. It's good that he's excited again. And there's also a Blade video game in development. A teaser trailer was released last week. Ooh. And it doesn't really show the gameplay, but it's kind of like that Wolverine game trailer where like Wolverine's just at a bar and he's about to fuck some guys up. This was like just a little video similar to that of Blade. But it's cool because Marvel, just like the MCU, they're doing their own like video game universe. And the video game universe is going to, like, all those games are going to be connected to each other. So maybe the MGU, the Marvel game universe.
Nice.
We'll get one super game eventually, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, like, there's two Spider-Man. Really, there's been 3 Spider-Man games that have all been really good. Then we have this R-rated Logan video game that's coming out. And then maybe this Blade one will be R-rated too. But it's a good start. They said, like, Spider-Man and the Wolverine games will be connected. So maybe Spider-Man will be in Wolverine or something like that. Or at some point, they'll make a crossover game.
Very cool.
Yeah, that sounds very cool indeed. And then also in a recent interview, Gwyneth Paltrow admitted that she hasn't seen Avengers Endgame.
Oh.
I mean...
She wasn't at the premiere, or did she just leave? Hi, everyone. And then she left?
Do you think
Maybe
she knows
that's
what
it.
happens?
Maybe, yeah.
She was like, wait, Thanos dies? Yeah, I don't know.
She just puts on a masterclass in being unlikable.
She
It's true.
really does?
I just like everything she does.
Didn't she put out a perfume that smells like her puss?
Yeah, she has that whole company where it's
I'm pretty sure.
oh, that's her company. It's called like what is it? Goop, I think. Goop, which is the grossest name.
But no, she
ever.
put
I
out
was
a
gonna say flounder, but
she
no.
put out some sort of
Salmon?
like
Is it the
perfume or cream that's supposed to like be her vag.
Right.
I was
yeah.
like, this is what my veg smells like.
Yeah.
And okay, but yeah, it's just weird. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Fish sticks. Is that what it's called?
Yes, maybe. And then Netflix's head of films, Scott Stuber, told The Hollywood Reporter that they're interested in reviving the DC Snyderverse.
Oh, right.
Stuber said, obviously, we would like to license it at some point. We'd love to have it on so fans can experience more Zack. The more Zack we have, the better we are.
All right.
This one's easy. Pass.
Pass. Yeah, this is... Look, man, if it happens, that's fine. Aaron could just watch it and he'd be happy.
Well, even I don't want a whole Snyderverse. I just wanted another good Henry Cavill Superman movie. I would have been happy with that.
Confusing.
When was the first one?
What was the first
Right,
one?
I was waiting for the first good Superman movie.
Everyone liked Man of Steel when it
Man
came
of Steel
out.
was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a hater on, when Batman v Superman. I know, Aaron, you kind of liked it, right?
I enjoyed Man of Steel.
Because I thought that
But that was
I thought Doomsday was cool in the
No,
fight.
that
at
was
the end.
Punisher versus Superman.
Punisher versus
Punisher
Superman.
versus
Yes.
Superman.
No, yes, correct. Thank you for correcting me.
Yes, exactly.
Batman with machine guns. You just don't break the only fucking rule about Batman. He's literally killing hundreds of bad guys.
But it's funny because, like, obviously you would see this and be like, well, there's no way this could happen because it's Warner Brothers. But Netflix, just recently added a bunch of DC movies on their service. So, like, Warner Brothers, even though, like, obviously they were like, yo, it's all on Max. We want to keep it on Max. But we know about Warner Brothers Discovery's money problems. They're in a lot of debt. So right now they're licensing out their movies to Netflix. So you never know. It could happen. I would think probably it won't happen,
And
but
hasn't
it's
Zack
possible.
Snyder done a couple movies with Netflix?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
a couple
right.
of shit movies. We
Right.
reviewed one of them here. It was that zombie movie with Batista.
Yeah,
Holy
so-
shit.
That was a
could
Snyder directed film.
Yeah.
I could see it being possible. That was you know.
I was like, I don't get it. Like, he did the Dawn of the Dead remake. That was awesome. And then I was like, oh, James Gunn wrote that. James Gunn wrote the Dawn of the Dead remake. He didn't write the shitty other one that Zack Snyder recently did with Bautista.
My God.
And then the second season of The Last of Us will debut in 2025 with production starting early next year. So, yeah, we got to wait a while.
Damn you, writers' strike.
Yeah. The strike certainly didn't help.
Right.
But I mean, it's a big production. I mean, you know, it's like making like 4 movies when you really think about it.
Yep.
I think it was like 8 episodes, so it's a lot of work. And then after breaking the record for highest grossing opening of a live action Japanese film in the U.S.,
Wow.
Godzilla Minus One has expanded to over 2,500 locations across North America. It's made over $25 million in the U.S. box office so far.
Nice.
It's funny, like, I went and saw it like the first weekend it came out.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave a little review of it last week. And I was looking up times, and there was only like 4 times, like for the whole day. It was like, what the fuck? So we either have to watch it at 8 or like 8 p.m. or like 10:30 p.m., you know, like
So
it was.
25 million with a really limited run is not bad.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, now 2,500 more locations across North America, and hopefully more times, you know, to go to the movie. But I imagine at this point, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's true.
Hopefully an English
dub.
dub too.
We'll see.
No
Maybe.
reading.
No reading. Joe doesn't like reading.
I don't want to read at the movies.
You don't even want. Trust me.
I'm
You don't even
dyslexic,
want to.
so I can't.
You don't even want to be awake for the scenes without Godzilla.
All right.
So
I'll
don't.
take
You don't
naps.
need to. You don't need to read anything.
I don't need to read.
No. And then, does anyone have anything else? Because the last thing I have is sad.
So
We'll do that later.
So who was a fan of Uncharted?
Oh God, I saw this.
Apparently, per Mark Wahlberg, Uncharted 2 script has been written.
Was it even? Have you seen it?
Yeah, we reviewed it.
terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
It was not good.
It was bad.
Right. Not good.
I did have one other note. Vincent D'Onofrio had a little nugget about Daredevil Born Again.
Born again.
Born Again.
Daredevil born again. He was born redneck.
Obviously, because of we saw a more mature version of the Vincent D'Onofrio and
Kingpin.
Echo
Yeah,
Kingpin.
yeah.
He said that the big bosses are giving it more attention, and it's extraordinary. Charlie and I are just amazed about how much they care about it. He says it's going to have a more mature feel to
Good.
it. So
Good.
it's a good update. Good update.
Thank God.
Good update.
Don't even mention She-Hulk. That he fucked She-Hulk. Please.
Fine.
What else?
I just had a couple quick things. So Bradley Cooper and Christian Bale are in talks to star in a movie called Best of Enemies. The story follows 2 real-life Cold War spies, one CIA, the other KGB, who end up becoming friends and working together. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I love both of those.
Christian
guys.
Bale probably is the KGB guy.
You would think. Sounds promising.
Yeah.
And J.K. Simmons is going to star in Clint Eastwood's Juror Number 2. The film follows a murder trial where a juror realized he caused the victim's death, and he has to decide whether to manipulate the jury or reveal the truth.
That's interesting. Who did you say is starring in it?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Oh, wow.
Omni-Man.
And
Omni-Man.
Clint Eastwood.
Omni-Man. J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah.
Right.
And then Commissioner Gordon in the Snyderverse.
Commissioner Gordon. That's right.
Remember he got like so jacked, and then we were like, what's he going to do?
right.
And then he did nothing. Why did he get so jacked to do nothing?
He was in it for 20 seconds.
So fucking dumb. Anything else?
Oh, I did miss this. So Keanu Reeves had his house broken into.
Oh, I did hear about
And
this.
someone stole a gun from his house. So, that's
Damn.
could lead to
That's-
some
I mean,
interesting shit
Have
happening.
they not seen John Wick?
Right.
You just don't do that. He's gonna murder you. You're fucked.
Yeah. You stole the John Wick's gun. Yeah, and I shot his dog on the way out.
Fuck.
It's like when those guys broke into, what was it, Dolph Lundgren's house, and then they realized it was Dolph Lundgren's house, and they ran away.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Right. If you steal something from Keanu Reeves' house, you just go, I'm sorry, man. My bad. Let me give it back to you.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Wait, my sister just texted me Back to the Future 4. Really? Hold on. Now I gotta see. Now we have
In
to
this
do.
moment, what?
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, honestly, I'm shocked they haven't done it since, or like I'm shocked they haven't done it like already.
no, this has got to be fake.
This has got to be fake.
It's a no.
Because people have always been saying Tom Holland. We would have heard about it.
Yeah,
This is not.
that's got to be fan made.
No, this is no. There's
Steven
no way.
Spielberg's gonna redo it.
Right.
No, Jewel just fell for clickbait.
She fell for it.
Yeah, there's like this fake trailer I've seen going around over the years.
Your sister had
it was
But
Some
like
like
people,
March.
people have been saying forever, like, oh, Tom Holland would be a perfect,
for
fit
sure.
for that.
Right.
I'm gonna text her right now. It's fake.
Yeah. Tell her she probably needs to clean her
But
computer.
really, when
now.
you think about it, it's shocking that they haven't remade that because
know.
they've remade everything.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's funny. Anything else? I guess
Going
not.
once, going twice.
All right, so I have sad news. Did you guys hear about Nicolas Cage?
No.
No.
Wait, he's not dead, is he?
He said he may only have 3 or 4 more movies left in him.
3 or 4. Oh, you didn't hear it right. You didn't hear it right. Only 300 or 400 more movies left, and then he's out.
He said 3 or 4, and I was like, holy shit, does he only have 3 or 4 more years left in his life? What?
Maybe. Yeah.
My
Cage-
goal of being in every movie ever made.
Cage told Vanity Fair, I may have 3 or 4 more movies left in me. I do feel I've said what I've had to say with cinema.
Oh, he said it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has.
I mean, that's until he buys more like, rare comic books and dinosaur fossils, and then
Yeah.
he needs more money.
Right.
I mean, really, it's just because Hollywood's been done with him for a long time,
Yeah.
sadly.
Wait. Does the 3 or 4 movies include Face Off 2?
I hope. God, I hope so.
Come on.
That should be the final one. You just end your career with Face Off 2 and Con Air 2.
I want to hear them
Please.
talking
Please, for the love of God.
John Travolta's character into look.
Film them back
We
to
got to
back.
take your face off again
just like the
after what he went
originals.
through.
They would. I mean, both of them. Both of them would want it. Like, how does
yeah.
we've talked about on this podcast before? How has there not been a streaming service that has done that? Because in the end of the day,
Jesus Christ.
box office numbers don't matter,
Right.
Like everyone would watch a Face Off sequel or a Con Air sequel on whatever streaming service.
Wait, stop. I've got an idea. Do you guys remember how there was that Freddy Krueger sequel where it was like Freddy in real life? Like Freddy goes after the actresses from the movies
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Face Off 2, Travolta and Cage playing themselves, and they have to trade their faces.
Whatever. I'm up for anything. Get John Woo, bring the Doves back. It'll be great.
Yes.
My God. Please do it. Do it now.
So how many movies does John Travolta have left?
0.
Well, he's dancing as Santa right
He's
now.
Santa Claus in a
on
Capital One
Capital
commercial.
One,
What do you think, Josh?
What's in your wallet?
Jeez. I mean, yeah, like fuck. It's sad. It's just sad.
That is sad. 3 or 4 movies left, and then he's
That's
done
it.
from our lives.
Renfield 2, 3, and 4. That's the final 3.
Wow.
Oh no.
But, it's not bad. No, I'll be fine.
I don't know if they're. Yeah, you need 3 more of those movies.
Hey, I mean, it's like I used my Capital One card to sign NDAs with massage guys. What's in your wallet? All right, I went back too far with my John Travolta impression. But
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's all we have for the hogwash. So now we can review this terrible Christmas movie.
Damn it.
It's funny because there's a few good moments. Like a few good moments. Like nothing amazing or anything like that.
okay,
But like,
can't wait to hear him. I watched.
oh,
it
shut up. You laughed a couple times.
Well, listen, Walton Goggins,
A couple
he was pretty
times.
funny. Walton Goggins I liked.
But like, okay, so
everything else was terrible.
When I was in
Yes.
college, I took a screenwriting class. And the teacher said, when you're writing a script, just remember, like, movies are life without the boring parts. And I guess the person who wrote the script didn't have the same teacher. Unfortunately.
No.
This should have been.
Because
We saw him brushing his
you don't
teeth.
see people. Yeah, that's why you don't see people
saw
in
him
movies.
shopping. Oh,
Right.
look.
That's why you don't see people in movies taking a shit or
Right.
or going, like peeing. And we saw him peeing. We saw him brushing his teeth, like you said.
And I agree so much that like even in the show 24 with Jack Bauer,
Yeah.
24 was a season was 24 episodes and it's an hour in the day. You know what I mean? Each
Yeah.
episode. He never took a shit, never took a piss.
And if you
I'm
do-
fine with it. I was fine with
And if
it. Aaron.
if anything good, like if you see a movie where someone is taking a shit, and I mean a good movie, like or taking a piss or going shopping or whatever Walton Goggins was doing in this movie, like it would lead to something.
because you
or
need
you would
to.
meet with someone there or kill someone there, but
Yes.
nope, he's just shopping for clothes.
It needs to be like a Hank Schrader shit to be important.
Exactly.
Boom.
This
Great
should've-
reference.
This should have almost been like a 30-minute short film.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just the good parts.
Like this idea is a really good idea. It sounds funny. It sounds like, you would have a good time, but they just
Sure.
did not exexecute.
No,
The dialogue is very poor.
and way
And here's the other thing, like-
slow.
Mel Gibson is a badass Santa, but why is he a badass Santa? We never learn why he's a badass. Okay, talking about Violent Night, which we mentioned earlier, they actually showed flashbacks of why he's a badass. So you learn, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
In
no.
this movie, it's just like, no, he's just a badass for no reason whatsoever.
He's like poorly shooting cans off of a fence towards the beginning.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, he's not like a dead eye shot or anything.
The other thing they did wrong was like if you're gonna do a movie with two guys facing off against each other, you need to do it like Assassins, where they run into each other a few times during the movie. They have a few encounters.
Well,
You can't just only have them come together at the very end.
Well, Aaron, the movie was only $20 million budget. That's all they had, unfortunately. And I guess 19.5 of that went to Mel.
Mel
Yeah,
Gibson.
of course.
Jesus.
I mean, really, no. What did they pay him? Like $1 million? He's so not in demand for so long now.
Right.
That's why he has to do these shitty movies.
It's yeah.
It's this and then Daddy's Home too. What else has he been in? That's
I
that
don't
mainstream.
I don't even think this was a good. Like he didn't really even act good. It was
No.
like he was almost bored.
No, there was
I
also
like
no.
Mel Gibson's acting. I like
Yeah.
his action films. You know,
Of course.
There
Who
was
doesn't?
no chemistry between him and Mrs. Claus, or
Yeah.
You didn't even know it was his
Wow.
wife until they
What?
forced kiss each other.
right. I thought
God.
it was his assistant for so long.
It was just.
It was
yeah.
very strange. Who the fuck was this movie for?
I don't know.
Right? Who
I
is
want to know the
clamoring
history.
for
What
this?
number wife is this?
It's so boring.
How old is Santa? What are his powers? Because he can get beat up, he can get shot.
Yeah.
He lifts this heavy thing, so you're like, oh, he can just rip Walton Goggins'
Like
head
if
off.
you watch a Batman movie and you
Right.
don't have an origin story, you're like, well, of course he's a badass. It's Batman. But when you take a character like Santa, who's not traditionally
Jolly and jolly.
a badass,
Right.
he's fat and jolly, and he
Right.
delivers presents. He's a nice guy. You have to explain why he's a badass.
Right. He's so grumpy for no reason, you know? And they made one mention during the face-off between, we keep on mentioning face-off so many times, between him and Walton Goggins. He's like, you're not the first person that's come for me.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You think I got this because I'm fat and jolly?
Like, what the
no,
fuck?
please explain.
Yes.
Please
Give me a
explain
little
more.
bit,
Can
please.
you fall asleep after you fuck Mrs. Claus and then have a
Also-
flashback dream?
right.
I didn't need to see that either. Jesus
Just 30
Christ.
seconds. That's all. 30 seconds of you like fucking shooting like Al Qaeda or something.
Also, the title of the movie, and mentioned several times in the movie, is Fat Man.
Yeah.
He's not fat in this movie. He's like an average guy.
At best, he's like a little chubby, and that's it.
At best.
Yeah.
But for
He's
like a 65-year-old
But like his
man.
arms, he's kind of jacked in
He
the
is
arms.
kind of jacked.
You know, like
makes
it's-
makes no sense that
Fucking
they
doing boxing in
Yeah.
his gym. What the
like
fuck?
Fat Man.
maybe because they all thought he should. They thought that he would be fat because traditionally, that
Yeah.
you think about Santa, they didn't meet this Santa.
67.
And I guess he only has a contract with the U.S. He only delivers presents in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right?
But he lives in Canada?
No, I think that's I don't know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
very strange. I don't know. I put way too much thought into this movie, more than I think the writers
All
did.
right, so back to the beginning. Some 12-year-old rich kid writes his letter to Santa. His grandmother tells him that his dad won't make it to his science fair. Then we go to Walton Goggins. Someone brings him a baseball bat that was made in Santa's workshop. The guy's like, yeah, Santa gave me this when I was a kid. And then Goggins buys the bat from him after like a brief negotiation. He's like, $2,900. All right. And he gets the
Was
bat.
the bat signed by Babe Ruth?
No.
It was just the original.
It just says made in Santa's workshop.
Yeah, what the
So,
Hold on. And then he brings the bat to a closet of toys,
yes.
which they never pay off. Not really.
I think the only thing is just he's
Right?
so mad he only got that one toy from Santa, so now he's filling the void by buying everyone else's toys that they got from Santa. That's what it is.
Dumb. Oh my
I mean,
God.
you could have made it interesting, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
If
you
that's
just
true,
kinda-
though, then he would have been less of a hardcore negotiator, right? Like if he's so desperate to have the stuff, would have been fine, I'll take it.
Yeah, but if he's
show us that.
if he's an assassin manipulator, then
Okay, yeah,
you know these are just average people, like nobodies, right? I don't know.
I guess.
But yeah, no, it's funny that actually exposed like how I found out that he wasn't real, because when I was in elementary school, this kid was like, "Look on the back of the toys; it says made in China," and then I was like,
Wait, that's not where Santa's workshop is? Wuhan, China?
"Yeah, exactly."
He doesn't work there?
Right. So then Mel Gibson Santa, he's shooting some cans, and his wife tells him that they're having money issues. Santa goes to a bar and he sees a man hitting on the bartender. So he asks him, he's like, "How are the wife and kids, Mike?" And like, again, that was like a cool little scene because it just shows that he knows everyone.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Do I even know you?" And he's like, "No, but you know, if you leave now, you can make it home on time to spend the holidays with your family."
I thought
And he guilts
Santa.
the guy into going.
I thought he wanted to fuck the bartender. Honestly,
Probably.
That's the
What
way
I
they were
thought.
going with it. Yeah,
Because we didn't
Well,
know
you
that
saw-
was Mrs. Claus.
I mean, you saw his wife, Jesus.
Yeah.
well, it's true.
poor guy.
So then Santa opens the mail. He gets a check from the government, but it's only half. And he goes home, and the government officials are there telling him that he only delivered half the presents. But Santa says that's because half the kids were naughty.
Yeah,
These kids are getting worse.
these fucking kids.
Yeah.
He's a straight up boomer. That's
Yeah.
like, these kids are so much worse these days.
Right.
Oh yeah.
God damn, it's way worse than when I was a kid. It's like, no, it wasn't. You just wish you were a kid again.
So
That's all it is.
so the American
In
government.
fact, you guys, I'm sure, were way worse.
Right.
so the
Kids
Ameri-
now just play Fortnite and stay
Yeah,
at home.
Well,
they're so
that's
nice.
true.
They don't do anything.
No,
That's true.
Nothing
If
at
anything,
all.
they're too nice.
If anything, I'm like, Matthew, will you sneak out one night, please? You're 16. My God.
So I was just confused. The American government pays Santa? They subsidize him?
Yeah.
That's
They pay him to deliver presents.
it's very strange.
But at least he's real in this multiverse.
I guess.
At least, like most Santa movies, people are like, Santa's not real, even though he is.
Yeah.
Right.
But at least everyone, like, it's on the news, like Santa Claus.
I think it's because they pay him because there's a free COVID shot with every gift.
Nice.
That's why.
There it
He's
is.
delivering COVID vaccine.
Vaccines across the government. You know what? To be honest, the American government, that's not bad. That's a great delivery system too.
It's, yeah.
You know?
Sure.
And that really is the best way to go.
I guess
Better
so.
than Amazon.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, they're only paying you half, but we want to hire you for another job. And so Santa doesn't really want to do it. He calls other companies to get other contracts, but it doesn't pan out.
Elon, buddy.
Yeah. Elon, it's Chris. And yeah, no. Meanwhile, Billy is devastated to get runner-up at the science fair. We see that he has like first place ribbons. He's won every year, whatever. And later, Billy goes to his basement where Goggins has the little girl who won first place. And Billy scares the girl? Question mark?
I don't even know. She wasn't even scared. These actors were horrible.
Right.
She's like, Billy, what are you doing? Who's this guy? By the way,
She's like, again, Billy? Really?
all of his ribbons say best in show. She was handed a ribbon that said first place.
Yeah.
Then when he gets his ribbon back to best in show when he gets it in the mail, it's like they can't even have consistency with that.
So yeah, he tells her to tell everyone that she cheated, so he gets first place. And then Goggins tells the girl if she talks, then he'll kill her whole family.
Even that
her
was drawn
dog.
out. Just say I'll kill your family. He's like, I'm gonna kill your mommy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill your daddy.
Do you have a dog?
What's your dog's name? That's
Fluffy.
a dumb name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill your dog.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
So much.
Love you. Bye.
So then it's Christmas Eve night, and Santa's heading out with the list of children's names. Billy leaves milk and cookies out before going to bed. And of all the filler this movie has,
Yeah.
it's like they wrote a script who's only 60 pages, and we were like, fuck, we need another 40 minutes.
Right.
Let's just have, film Goggins driving around shopping. How about instead, because then we find out that after a long night of delivering presents, Santa got shot.
Yeah.
And it's like, why couldn't we see that? Why
Right.
couldn't we see him deliver some presents
Right.
to see how this Santa magically delivers presents or something?
Just a couple scenes of that.
But no,
anything.
instead we have Walton Goggins driving and brushing his teeth and peeing and buying a new coat.
Right.
Hanging
Peeing
out
with
of his
this
car and-
Chinchilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. His chinchilla.
A 20 million budget means instead of him getting shot while delivering presents, we get Goggins peeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all the money went. So Billy wakes up, he opens his presents, but he gets a lump of coal.
Wrapped
So-
very nicely.
Very nice.
I always thought when you get lump of coal,
there were
it's just
so
a lump
many
of coal.
presents. So Santa put 20 presents all with coal inside.
All for the maids.
All for the maids.
Yeah, it was all for the helpers.
Billy goes outside, he looks up in the sky and he yells, "You messed up big time, fat man."
Again, another reference. And
And then he calls Goggins and tells him to kill Santa Claus, and Goggins is all in because he hates Santa too.
No one mentions Santa in this movie, do they?
No, the radio mentioned Santa.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was some type of weird trademark against Santa or something like that.
No, they say Santa.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. Not a lot, but
Wasn't
they say
paying
it.
attention 100%. It was hard to keep track of.
Yeah, they were blaming Santa for giving these children dangerous toys, right? Or
Something like
something
that.
stupid.
Yeah.
So then Santa calls the government, agrees to the contract they offered, but he's pissed off about it. He feels like everyone's forgotten about, good old Saint Nick. Meanwhile, Billy gets a present from his dad in the mail, but it's just a teddy bear for a 12-year-old. I'm going to try that with Leo this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to prank him. Just put a teddy bear in there. Well, he still likes it.
Leo.
Watch out. He might try to put some arsenic in something. Be careful.
So then Goggins asks the mailman where the letters to Santa go, and he gets a referral to another employee, and then he kills that man and steals his truck and uniform.
At first, we just thought he was killing him just to kill a guy.
Well, yeah,
He's
it's
like,
like,
hey, he asked about Santa.
Someone was asking about Santa.
So great.
So then he walks into the office. He's like, "I'm looking for the fat man. Where is he?" Who? Santa Claus, motherfucker.
He's so
Okay,
overacting
that was
like
hilarious.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And then Goggins gets a P.O. box from the guy and then shoots him as well. Later, with tears in his eyes,
And by the way, another thing that they never paid off, when he finally gives him the PO box address, Goggins looks at it and he's like, "Holy shit, you're not serious, right?" As if it's
Yeah.
like it's going to be some kind of joke or some kind of oh wow thing. They never pay that
Oh,
off.
wow, he lives in Canada? What is that?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right. You're right. They never mentioned anything
Yeah.
after that. Are you serious?
There's so many subtle things that never get paid off. Like you said, with the hamster or gerbil, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what's that about? Nothing. Turns out nothing.
Nothing. Santa got it in the end.
Everything Goggins does,
Yeah.
Like we see, there was that one little karate scene where he breaks the guy's arm and he's all proud of himself.
I broke it. Yeah.
So then with tears in his eyes, Santa tells the elves that they have a 2-month contract with the military, and the military, takes over. They add rules and they get rid of all the funds. They cut off the bells from their shoes.
So fucking cool.
It just becomes this military operation at this point.
Yeah.
And it turns out they're making control panels for the fighter jets. That's their job.
Yeah.
And some military guys have trouble lifting a crate of boxes, so Santa does it, and then he just says steroids.
Yeah.
And that's just their
I
way of
knew it.
saying.
That's the only mention of his superpower.
And only showing of it too.
Right.
Except for getting shot and not dying, I guess.
Maybe it was just steroids.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
That's a good chance.
And then, this is where we just watch Goggins driving for some reason.
Driving, going to get something to
It's
eat.
like daylight.
Like, this is what this
Then
is.
it's nighttime.
This is like
then it's
credits.
daylight.
Like,
It's
this
a
is
driving,
what
it's a
it's
driving
credits.
Yeah,
montage.
it's a
It's not
driving
even a scene. It's a
montage.
montage of driving.
But this is what you do for intro credits.
Yeah.
Like Sopranos or just like the intro credits of the movie or something. But no, they were just like, yeah, let's just have this. We
Could
need
you
another
imagine
minute.
if No Country for Old Men was just, homeboy just driving around for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just different scenes of
I mean,
that.
he did drive, but it was for a purpose, and then he.
Right.
Yeah.
So then Goggins stops. He sees a kid playing with a toy plane that he got from Santa, and he buys it for $150. And I feel like that was like a mistake in the movie Because it should have been like, no, this is a good kid, you know, like, and you even said like, what is money to a 5-year-old?
Yeah, right.
You know, like, of course the kid would want the plane.
Also, if Goggins is evil, why doesn't he just take it
Take
from
the
the
fucking
kid?
yeah.
Right.
This kid's parents aren't there. They left him in the car like assholes.
He has his morals.
And he's paying $150 for it?
Oh,
that's
okay.
pretty good.
The best part. This is the best. What the fuck? Goggins speeds by a cop.
Yes.
And then we see the radar detector go off that he's speeding, but the cop was sleeping.
Yeah.
And there was nothing.
That's
No
it.
payoff. Nothing
That's it.
ever
Badass.
came of that. Like, what? What is this?
Right.
All this misdirection for no reason.
Nope.
Oh, it was
Great shot.
They wanted to show us he's a badass, even though he just paid a kid probably 10 times what that toy is worth.
That
I mean,
cop.
like, think about that scene. You had to like set up cameras. You had to get the lighting right. You had to pay that actor. You had to get a cop car for no reason.
No.
What was the point?
And that cop saved his life by sleeping.
Yeah.
If he went and pulled him over, he would have been shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? At least that would have made a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Right? What
Steal the
fuck?
cop car, break into the military base. I'm a cop. I don't know.
That actually makes sense. Ah.
So then we have a scene where they're trying to like add some comedy and like just some lore to what it's like with these elves and Santa, and the military general is shocked that the elves eat cake and candy 6 times a day and they only sleep for 20 minutes every 8 hours. And he's just like, well, that's wow. Well, what about Santa? And then the elf's like, oh, he stays young by giving or some bullshit.
Right.
You know, the deeper and darker part of this movie is where the U.S. military actually like tracks the elves back to where they live and then enslaves them.
Right.
That's actually the darker version of this movie.
It actually was kind of upsetting that Santa, like, they don't have names, they just have numbers. It's like the Holocaust.
It's prison.
Well, it was
It's
Mel,
a-
right?
Classic Mel.
Classic Mel.
Jesus.
Mel,
like goddamn prison camp.
Mel read over the script and he's like, wait, who's Brad? Oh, that's your head elf. Okay, so we're just going to call him 7.
He's 7.
Number 7. And then this says little elf. We're just going to go, I don't know, 1206. That's going to be his. So they're all numbered? Yeah, they're all numbered.
We're going to brand it on their arms.
Yeah, I was going to say like that. I didn't want a close-up shot just showing that they have the tattoos.
I mean, this is really the problem with this movie, right? It doesn't know what the fuck it is.
No. I know.
Is it a Christmas adventure, a comedy, an action thriller?
No, all of
what the
those.
fuck is it?
But yes.
yes.
But yes.
So then Santa reads letters from adults who became who they were because he brought them certain presents when they were kids. Like this one guy became a chef because he brought him.
Well, Mrs. Claus brought him that and left it there to like
Yeah.
be like, hey, remember why you do this. I
Yeah.
think it was like that type of moment.
Exactly.
Hey, I bought him a fake kitchen.
Exactly.
Now he's a
became
cook.
chef. Yeah. And then Goggins visits the local post office, and the bartender tells him what truck Chris drives. Goggins then goes to a store to buy a white coat. Again, not needed at all.
And when he walks out of the store, it's like do 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 do. It's like some uplifting music,
This
like
weird upbeat music.
yeah.
There's so much filler in this movie. Even Billy calling Goggins, I want Santa's head. No. Okay, get his coat. All right. Well, it never happened, so who cares?
Yeah.
Joe's point about the music, Aaron mentioned it when we were watching it, but like the music just never really matched any
Never.
scene that it was in.
Yeah.
It was so strange.
He walks in the post office and it was like
It's like horror
Tense.
music.
he walked in the post office and it was like,
Yeah.
and then he looks at the guy in the front, and then he's like, I know Santa. Like they kept doing that, and you're just like, these aren't big moments. Like it's just they're just
Well, it was like horror music,
right.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like a ghost was going to show up. So then Goggins spots Santa walking into the post office as he's emptying his water bottle filled with piss.
Right.
Uh,
Whatever he was doing.
I don't know why. Yeah, why are they so insistent to show us that this man has bodily fluids?
So much Walton Goggins pee in this movie.
We've seen I just don't.
More
like
filler.
in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, like Mike does stakeouts where we never see him. Yeah, I get it. We assume that happens.
Right.
Does the producer have like a pee fetish going on?
Yeah,
Is that
maybe.
why we had these
I just
scenes?
think the writer has just no creativity whatsoever.
Oh my God.
Jesse and Walter were stuck in the desert in their RV for like 3-4 days, and
Yeah.
we never saw a piss or shit scene.
No. They told the writer, "Hey, we need more scenes," and he's like, "All right,
course.
let me go to the bathroom. Give me a minute."
That's what I'm
Then he
saying.
goes in the bathroom. He's taking a really long piss. And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
let's do that."
There's so much there's so much filler. It's like 45 minutes of filler.
I want to re-edit this and see honestly how long it would be.
I know. Seriously.
12 minutes.
Like, just keep the important scenes, and I think it's a 30-minute movie.
Yeah.
So then Billy gets a letter stating that the girl cheated. He gets his first place ribbon, whatever. Billy then calls Goggins, but he ignores the call, and we never find out what he was calling him for. I thought right after he was going to leave him a voicemail, "Hey, don't kill him." And then it was like, he wouldn't have done it, but he didn't answer the phone.
Right.
Something to make it interesting. But no, we don't even know why he called him.
Nope. Just another 5 seconds of filler.
That
We
wouldn't
need 5
have
more
made-
seconds.
That wouldn't have made sense anyways, because the kid never had a face turn.
Well, but
It's
it was
just an
like, hey, I
act-
got my first place. I'm not
Right.
angry anymore. I don't,
Maybe.
you know,
I don't know.
something.
Yeah, I
would it
guess that
say
would have
little
made
bitch
sense.
or something on
Like little shit or something.
Oh, yeah, little shit.
So then Santa fucks Mrs. Claus while Goggins kills some of the guards and enters the workshop.
And
bangs.
the post-coital scene, I really didn't need.
No.
With them cuddling on the bed.
Have you ever seen Santa's
stroking
ass
his
in a
war
fucking
wounds
movie?
for some reason?
And they kind of like tease each other back and forth. Like earlier, he was trying to fuck her, and she's like, "Get out of here! Like I'm not gonna fuck you." And it's like, I'm like, he's asking her, she's turning him down,
That's most marriages.
and he should have been like, he should have just said as a joke, like, "Just smile and blow me, all right?"
Just, in this movie, you can. Sex with Santa Claus exists. You can say anything.
Listen here, sugar tits.
Yeah.
Right, everything he said in the in those voicemails.
Hey, you know what today is? Yeah, it's Christmas, but you know what it also is. Oh, you're gonna put it in my ass. You goddamn right I am.
Yeah.
How does she have a name, not a number? She'd be what, number 5?
No,
Yeah.
I think that would go too far, maybe. So yeah, Billy gets a letter. Oh, I'm sorry. I went backwards now. So Goggins enters the workshop, and Elf spots him and disarms a bomb that he planted.
Quickly.
And again, that's a cool little thing. Like, you know, these elves are smart, right? Like, he just easily disarms a bomb and runs away. And Goggins has a bloody shootout, killing all the military, and the head elf calls Santa on the phone. 2 elves attack Goggins, but he throws them off, and they manage to escape before he can shoot them. Like, no elves get harmed
In the making of this
of
movie.
this movie. So that was nice.
Right.
That's good. PETA's probably proud.
Yeah. And then Goggins blows up the workshop, but then Santa walks outside, and they're standing about like 100 yards from each other.
Yeah.
And Santa says, "Jonathan Miller, you twisted child." And Goggins pulls out his toy cop car and he says, "This is the only thing you ever got me."
Then he throws it at him, but they're 100 yards from each other, so
Yeah.
it goes like 20 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
Into the-
And Santa
into the
tells
snow.
him, "I'm sorry, son. I couldn't replace your parents." And this is all stuff that is just like, we're just learning all of this right now, and there's
Yeah.
no backstory from it.
Did his parents die? Did his parents
Who knows?
beat
Well,
him?
it seems like he killed his mom because
Right.
earlier
My
when he
mom
was-
never shut up.
he was like, "Well, yeah, you were like my mom, that dumb bitch, never shut up."
Yeah, the only other thing we got was him kind of showing like the cigarette burns on his arm, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all we really
I think
got.
I think he killed his parents.
Raise your hands if you thought the kid at the beginning of the movie was Walton Goggins as a kid. That's what I figured.
Right, like it seems
I didn't
like
know anything about this movie.
I know. It should have been.
Yeah, right. They were the same person, really.
Fuck this kid. It should have been about Walton Goggins. I mean, it really was about Walton Goggins, but we didn't really learn anything about him. Just
Yeah.
that his dad burned him with cigarettes, and I guess he killed his parents.
Right, Joe. To Joe's
Yes.
point, that would have made a little bit more sense. You did this to my son. You got him coal for Christmas. I'm gonna fuck you up or something like that.
Anything.
I don't know. Would have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You know, you show, you don't tell, but in this sense, you needed to show a little bit more. You know, less time of him pissing and shitting and buying winter clothes, more backstory on Goggins, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Also, what about the kid's dad? That's just fucking this really young girl out in
Like
the.
in Cancun or something, right?
Right. I
And he's
wanna
not
see a
there for
little-
Christmas.
Whatever.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what made this worse kid.
Yeah. So Goggins yells, "I've come for your head, fat man."
No, he's like, "Fat man!" He like
Yeah.
holds it.
Yeah. Then Santa says, "You think you're the first? You think I got this job because I'm fat and jolly? So they have a shootout, and Santa shoots Goggins' arm. Santa tackles Goggins, tells him to stop. But earlier in the movie, like the only like payoff,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like only foreshadowing or anything in this movie is Walton Goggins making a device, like a device that hides a blade in his leg.
Right.
And then he stabs Santa multiple times with it. And then he shoots Santa in the eye.
Yeah. Dead.
Yeah.
Well.
And then Mrs. Claus shoots Goggins, but he shoots her in the back, it seems like. She was
There's
bleeding.
a red mark. Yeah.
And she runs inside the house. And this is like the worst part because Goggins is this high-level assassin.
Yeah.
He walks in the door
Right.
and doesn't check the corners, doesn't check behind the door.
Doesn't look for blood on the ground.
Nothing.
And then he's really quiet and you hear the door. Why not turn around?
Yeah.
How do you not hear that? We hear it.
Right.
You don't hear it? And then she
We
just
hear
goes,
it.
I'm sorry, and shoots him in the head dead.
Yeah.
You're a high-level assassin. Like, you killed all these military men, but Mrs. Claus? That's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's so... At least show that she's, like, I don't know, something clever. Like a clever
Coming
way
out
to
of the
kill him.
floor, coming out of a cupboard,
Right.
anything. Right.
Show that she's magical, too. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then the head elf takes Goggins' black book, which, you know, that's so they could track down the kid. And it seems like, you know, Santa dies in Mrs. Claus's arms. But
Yeah.
then later, Billy's grandmother realizes that her money's being stolen, and she probably thinks it's the maid's. But
So
Billy,
it's Billy?
Right.
yeah, they showed that earlier.
Yeah, Billy was copying her checks or whatever.
Yeah, he stole her.
Forging her signatures.
Yeah. So Billy plans to poison her. However, Santa and Mrs. Claus pay Billy a visit.
Yeah.
Santa drinks the poison milk, but it has no effect on him.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know this is poison. What does he say? Like,
He said fentanyl. That'll do it.
fentanyl, that'll hit the spot.
And then Mrs. Claus takes off Santa's bandages to show Billy his missing eye, and he warns Billy that he has one strike left before he kills him. I guess.
Basically, right?
So is Santa like? Does he have Wolverine healing powers? Is he
He's
invincible?
something. Yeah, he's
what's-
invincible.
It's something.
Yes.
He was shot in the eye.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, movies take liberties with that all the time. People get shot in the eye. In real life, you die. In movies, you're still fine. You just got shot in the eye.
That happened
Right.
to Kingpin.
Kingpin,
That happened to Coral.
Carl. Yeah, it's happened a bunch.
Yeah.
And if anyone's gonna live, it's obviously gonna be Killing
Man.
Machine Santa.
Fatman.
So then he tells him, "Yeah, the fat man's got his eye on you, kid." And then we go back to Canada, and the elves are starting to rebuild the workshop.
Even
and-
to me, this is all still filler.
yeah,
Like, it's over.
we get it. Obviously, you're gonna rebuild it.
Yeah.
It's just, and he's just like, "Oh, all right, here we go." That's it. Goodbye. Good night.
Fat Man 2.
Fuck no. They were probably
The rebuild.
they're probably hoping they're making Violent Night 2, and I would imagine it's coming out next Christmas. And fuck yeah, I want to see that.
The rebuild. We're getting into the meth business.
yeah.
Right. Guys, I've got some bad news. This is Walter White. Walter.
7. We have to cook.
This makes me mad. I haven't seen Violent Night yet.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
He delivers blue meth to all the children.
Yeah.
The good children, though. The good
course.
children get it.
Yeah.
The naughty children
They get the good stuff.
The naughty children get Jesse's shitty meth.
The chili pea.
Chili pea. Yeah.
Chili pea. Oh, that's right. He put like chili in it or something, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Chili powder.
We are not putting that in our product.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to rate this?
Oh, no.
One.
It's not a 1.
I had.
What's a 1?
One's like
I
That
had
the
Thanksgiving
worst
movie
movies
you made us
ever
watch?
made. That's a 10.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Yes, this was Morbius level. This was the Kingsman level.
I think it's better than Morbius.
I don't know. This was right up there.
Kingsman. Oh, the last
The,
one.
the third one.
The Kingsman, right?
it's terrible.
I can't go higher than a 3.
I was gonna say 3.
Yeah,
Three's
it's-
good.
Yeah, 3's about as high as you can go.
That's as high as that's the height of the rating.
And just 3 because, like I said, there were a few moments that were like creative. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like, okay, that was
the
that was a
idea
little
is
funny.
creative.
The idea
It
is very
didn't really-
creative.
yeah.
But
And
unfortunately, it just involved Walton Goggins. Just daily life.
Yeah,
Right.
and Goggins wasn't terrible in it. I mean, he was one of
He
the,
was overacting.
There was
like,
one part
was
where he's
overacting.
calling and he's like, "Well, I want to find Santa Claus," and they hang up, and then he goes, "Why would you hang up?" And it's just, and we were like, what?
Who are you talking
What?
to?
It's so weird.
I feel like Truman Show. Who are you talking to?
Yeah. Josh, you stay with a 1, right?
Same with a 1. This was the same level as those
I'm not going to
movies.
argue that.
This was awful. Walton Goggins was fun, but everything else was shit.
Walton Goggins was the whole movie, Josh.
Yeah.
So I would disagree.
Okay, 1.5.
1.5.
You got it.
All right, fan questions.
Oh, you know what? I had one little funny thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They said that the kid that was in it, where is it?
Yeah.
The filmmakers cast him because he resembled conservative podcaster Ben Shapiro,
Oh my God, he
What?
does. That's
Holy
hilarious.
shit.
who serves as a model for a scorned weird child.
Oh my god.
And you're just
He
like,
does look like Shapiro.
That
What?
weird like autistic Jewish guy that is
Yeah.
on podcasts
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yes.
is he's autistic?
Oh, he
Well,
totally
he comes
is.
off like he is. I don't know for
he
sure.
totally is.
Yeah.
No, that kid
So
was
isn't that funny?
Jesus Christ.
that kid. I recognize that kid. He was in like that super bad movie, but it was middle school kids.
Oh yeah.
Good Boys.
Right.
Good Boys is really funny.
Yeah.
Good Boys is really funny. Anything else? Anything else
That's,
interesting?
no.
No, just Mel Gibson's the 8th Academy Award winner to play Santa Claus, but I don't want to go through them because they're
Gotcha.
old movies.
All right, fan questions. Omar, can you play the Jingle All the Way? Put that cookie down remix like you did last year. Hashtag push Eric. Okay. No, but it's on TikTok. You know, if you want to watch it, it's there. It's
Good. Put the
It's
cookie
really
down.
good.
Great shit.
Kevin Key, it's time to give Josh what he wants. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
He
I
says,
said it
or-
halfway through this movie.
Or It's a Wonderful Knife.
Is that really a movie?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a horror movie
I want that.
called It's a Wonderful Knife. I'll go there with you, Josh.
This isn't
You
going to
in?
be like a Thanksgiving thing where it sounds good, but we regret it.
Oh,
is
I'm
it?
sure it will be. Yeah. Are you kidding?
well,
I'm
we've
gonna pass.
never
I'm gonna pass.
heard of it, so it can't be that good.
Yeah.
But I'm down for Lethal
I
Weapon
think
next week.
I think it's new though. It's like
Brand new.
yeah.
2023.
And look who's in it. Justin Long,
Joe McHale.
Joel McHale.
What?
Whoa.
Wow.
It's got some stars.
Some hotties. I'm in.
The two of them wouldn't do a dog shit movie, would they?
Oh, sure. Look at
just
Walton
watched
Goggins and Mel
Gibson.
Gibson.
Just do a-
Two way bigger actors, bro. Yeah.
Bill Capri, I felt like this movie could have been more dark and violent. That standoff felt so weak. I think Violent Night's a better John Wick Santa movie. Krampus for the next adult Christmas movie review. I don't know, maybe.
Krampus. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I would be interested in Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 with the garbage day.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's probably the only good scene, though. PCJ, great movie. Perfect casting for Walton Goggins. Mel Gibson's always amazing. Still waiting on Lethal Weapon recap. Pushfire Barry, some of my favorite but forgotten Mel Gibson movies.
Okay.
Ransom.
Love it.
That's the Give me back my son! Give me back my son! Payback
It's not bad. Underrated.
and Maverick.
I think you push Payback. I love Payback.
I can't push Payback. Those other two movies are too good. I think Ransom is one.
well, we've got
And
a
Maverick is two. Payback is three.
You're firing Payback?
Yeah, because Maverick is so good.
Wow.
Jodie Foster. Yeah, I thought it was great.
I think I'd have to agree
you
with
seen
that.
all these?
Yeah.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, like I said.
You could make the argument for Maverick.
Maverick
at
won, yeah.
You could make that argument.
Maverick,
but,
yeah.
But I could definitely go with Ransom.
Yeah.
Throws the ace of spades.
Yeah.
Rizzler, Gibson, such a great actor. The argument was always Stallone versus Schwarzenegger for best 80s, 90s action hero. In my opinion, it was Gibson versus Willis that would have decided it. Huge Gibson fan. Braveheart was the GOAT of all movies. It's funny you say that because we're working on a best action hero bracket that we're going to get to at some point.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Tim also said It's a Wonderful Life soon, but I mean, I just don't know how we would recap that movie.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Interesting. The same way we recap
Like even
them all.
Goodfellas, which is like, you know,
That slow? This wasn't?
I don't even know. Like Goodfellas is like, you know, one of my top three. Like I don't know how we would even review Goodfellas. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just seems like It's a Wonderful Life. It's like that. You know, I don't know.
Like, come on, Josh. Wonderful Life or Lethal Weapon? Come on.
Well, I mean, two different things, but both.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's all for fan questions and comments. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. That's all the bonus content. That's the brackets. That's Gen V. You know, we got Invincible Season 2, Secret Invasion. You know,
She-Hulk.
no, She-Hulk's not on there, Josh.
Oh, fuck.
We did the season 1 of The Last of Us. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff on there. But yeah, check it out. Patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash.
And when Walton Goggins' agent, when he told his agent that he would do this movie, his agent was like,